what's the one thing everybody says about Marvin Harrison, right? They say he could be this year's Jamar Chase. He could be this year's Justin Jefferson, right? So it's easy to say that. But I went back to 2019 through 2024. And I took a look at all the first round picks because, it's not fair to just be like 2 guys is the ceiling. Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. That's all we have to look at, right? Hollywood Brown was a first round pick in 2019, finished as wide receiver 46. N'Keal Harry finished as wide receiver 123. In 2020, we had 6 first round picks. Brandon Ayuk was wide receiver 35. Obviously, Justin Jefferson finished as wide receiver 6. Henry Ruggs finished as wide receiver 94. Jerry Jeudy finished as wide receiver 45. Jalen Reagor finished as wide receiver 92. And CeeDee Lamb finished as wide receiver 22. In 2021, Jamar Chase obviously was wide receiver 5, the highest on this entire list. Jalen Waddle finished as wide receiver 13. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 30. Kadarius Toney, wide receiver 89. Rashad Bateman, wide receiver 68. In 2022, Drake London finished as wide receiver 31. Wilson finished wide receiver 21. Olave, wide receiver 25. Jameson Williams, first round pick, wide receiver 154. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver 51. Treylon Burks, wide receiver 78. In 2023, last year, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, finishes wide receiver 48. Quinn Johnston finishes wide receiver 74. Zay Flowers finishes wide receiver 31. Jordan Addison finishes wide receiver 23. So there's 3 examples in all of the last 5 years of first-round picks at wide receiver, and those are the only ones that we're going after when we talk about Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze. Really? There's 3 guys that finished top 20 in the last 5 seasons. And we have to put Marvin Harrison at wide receiver 7? Come on now. Why would you take that risk? 2 out of the 30 receivers I just mentioned were top 10, and that's where we're putting Marvin Harrison? Can he go there? At some point in his career, he's for sure going to be a top 10, might even be the best receiver in fantasy at some point. But why take him there now? Why take him as a top 10 guy